What's up, Hoopers? It's Coach Alex from THINCPRO Basketball, and in today's video, we are gonna go over a tutorial for the killer crossover. Let's get started. All right, well, like I said, today's video is all about the killer crossover, a great move that you can use in isolation situation, pick and roll basketball, fast breaks, really anytime you want to. Anytime you feel like you can use this move, bring it out. This will help you break down your defender, create opportunities for yourself, whether you're attacking the basket, making a play for one of your teammates, trying to get all the way to the rim, knocking down a pull-up jump shot. This is a great move, so we're gonna break it down step by step to help you understand exactly what the killer crossover is. All right, so the first step of a killer crossover is the between the legs. This is the way I like to go with it, is to go between the legs to in front. So we're gonna talk about the between the legs part first. So let's just say I'm right here, I'm at the top. I feel like I got a mismatch against my defender. What move am I going to use in order to break them down? This is a great move to use as a go-to, something that you can use quick because it's not an 8-dribble move. You can go at your defender quickly and decisively to get by, to make a play, and to create advantage for yourself. So the first part of the killer crossover, like I said, is a between the legs. So with this, all the between the legs is a setup. Because if the defender doesn't bite on this move, boom, you could just use that between the legs move to get all the way to the basket. That's the good thing about the killer crossover. It's a double combination move, so it allows you to play off of it. So if you want to go between the legs, and your defender doesn't react or cut you off here, you can continue your way this way. But between the legs is important because there's a couple ways you can do it. With the killer crossover, you can go slow to fast, you can go one speed, it all works out. So if you wanted to, your between the legs could look something like this, where it's just slow, where you kind of hesitate and then you go to the cross, or you can go a quick between the legs where it's and you're here, where you're ready to go into that move immediately. So there's a couple of different ways. So the first part of the killer crossover is all about the between the legs dribble and how you want to go about it. Do you want to go slow? Do you want to go fast? Do you want to beat your defender, or do you want to just set him up with it? So that's just a couple of things to think about when using the between the legs part of the killer crossover. All right, so now we just talked about the between the legs. That's the first part of the killer crossover. Now we've got to add the crossover part. So we've done the between the legs, so whether we've gone down that slow or whether we've done that fast, okay? So now when we get through, it's time for the finisher, all right? The crossover is the main ingredient. It's the best part, it's the most important part of this move, and how are you gonna get by your defender? So I've gone to between the legs, boom. Now when I cross over, I've really gotta sell and I've gotta push it hard. A lot of the times I'll see people when they use the crossover, they'll go sideways, which is fine if you're trying to, you know, maybe shoot it sideways. You're trying to get to your jumper that way, whether you're using the crossover and you're just going this way. But a lot of the times it's not gonna work, because as a defender, if you're going sideways, it allows me to stay right in front of you a lot easier. So with this crossover move, even if you are trying to shoot a jump shot, you wanna go forward. So when you cross over, boom, you wanna take that step forward. You wanna be on attack on the hip of that defender. So you wanna get here, boom, you cross over hard. So now you're going forward and you're going right into your jumper, or you're going forward all the way to the rim. And as a defender, they're gonna have to open up. So if you attack with that crossover at my hip, I have to open up just enough for you to create the advantage to get all the way to the basket. Or if you're using that jumper, I'm in retreat, I've got to try to cut you off from allowing you to get all the way to the rim, which allows you to get to that pull-up jumper. So on that crossover, we don't want to go boom here, unless if the defender's way off, they're sagging off and daring you to shoot the basketball, then that is fine. But if we're trying to attack that defender, we want to go at their hips. So when we go between the legs and now we cross over, I'm coming at you here, I can get to my jumper here, or I can get all the way to the rim. So it's important that you go forward on that crossover. Unless if the defender's way off, then you can use that sideways dribble to get away from it and create more space for a jumper. But a lot of the times you want to cross over and attack forward. You want to attack downhill, whether you're getting to your jumper or all the way to the basket. All right, now let's have a look at this move in its entirety. Adding the between the legs to the crossover equals the killer cross. Now, we're gonna do two different drills. We're gonna do a layup and we're gonna do it with the jumper. Now the layup is gonna be one speed, and what I'm talking about we're gonna go between the legs to that crossover all in one pace, trying to beat our defender as quick as possible. Then when we do the drill with the jumper, we're gonna use that between the legs as a setup, as we talked about earlier, where we go between the legs, we kind of go slow, and then we cross over hard right into our jump shot. So that's what you'll see in both of the drills. So now that we're putting it together, this is your chance to really work on it and feel it out and how you really want to use the move a lot of the times. Do you want to go quick between and in front, or do you want to go slow to fast? All right, so when you see these next couple of drills, just think about that and how you can use it and what you want to do to attack your defender with the killer crossover. So this has been a good tutorial because it shows you how to use it, what timing you want to use. You want to go slow to fast, you want to go one pace. All these different things are all effective ways to use the killer crossover. So let's dive into these next two drills. Let's talk about them first, and then it'll be your turn to try them out. All right, so now you can do these drills anywhere you want on the court. I'm just giving you a quick demonstration of what it's going to look like. So let's just say I'm coming down. Maybe I'm coming down in transition. Maybe I'm just attacking my defender kind of at a slow pace. At first, I'm in that half court. Now I'm ready to go into my move. So what we're gonna do on this one, we're gonna get a layup. So we're gonna attack our defenders fast. So we're coming at them, boom, boom, getting all the way to the basket and a score. So we want to go quick. We want to get that ball between our legs as fast as possible, bring it across in front to get by them. Again, this is a double combination move, which means you're going two moves. So as a defender, if they don't take away this crossover or between the legs, you can get to the basket. But if they do, boom, then you have that combination. We can use the killer crossover to get to the rim and score. So this first move is all about the killer crossover in a quick pace to try to get that layup at the rim. Let's have a look in full speed. All right, now the last drill for this video we're going to work on is getting to our jumper. So now we're going to practice our slow to fast pace with the killer crossover. So now, when I come down on this move, I want to use that between the legs as a setup. So I'll get here, boom, and then I'll snap it across hard right into my pull-up jumper, okay? So what this does to the defender, as we talked about earlier, is when I go between the legs slow like that, and I kind of hesitate, keeps the defender guessing. They have no idea what's coming next. Do I go right into my jump shot? Do I blow by? Do I attack? Whatever. But I'm using that hard crossover, boom, get here, boom, right into my jump shot. It's quick, it's fast. That crossover allows me to get to my jumper very quickly, which allows me to get my shot off. So now we're working on that slow to fast pace. Slow between the legs, fast crossover, bucket time on the jumper. This is the final drill of the killer crossover tutorial. Check it out in full speed. Killer crossover, one of my favorite moves. Now it's just broken down for you step by step between the legs to a crossover to a bucket. So use this as a go-to move to break down your defenders. That's what the move is for. Now, what I need you to do is click that subscribe button. Join the ThinkPro basketball family, as every week we're releasing brand new videos that's gonna help you take your game to the next level. So make sure you click that button, click the like button, leave a comment, and let us know what you think of this video, what you want to see in the future, because what we're trying to do at ThinkPro Basketball is provide the knowledge, the skills, the drills, and the opportunities to help you take your game to that next level and improve. So click that subscribe button and join us so we can help you improve on your game. Now it's your turn to hit the gym, hit the court, work on the killer crossover, put it in your go-to packages so you can break down any defender and score more points. Now, until I see you again next time, remember to always keep hooping.